Hello and welcome. In this tutorial, we'll show you how to utilize the powerful new motion planning plugin in iClone 8.7. This system is based on motion director technology and is driven by instructional nodes running in the background, enabling us to simulate real-world human-machine interaction and gather data. First, we need to install the plugin. Open Reallusion Hub. Go to 3D Products, Plugins, and install the Motion Planning plugin. After installation, launch iClone. Go to Plugins and make sure Motion Planning, or MP, is installed. You'll also see its icon on the top toolbar. Notice, in this version, all the motion director-related controls are grouped under the arrow dropdown next to the Go MD button. In addition to the newly added free content in the MD Prop pack, there are also optional content packs available for purchase, such as the Factory Pack and the Industry Pack. There's also a new category under Project called MP Set, which contains pre-assembled motion planning sets that are ready to use without further adjustment. Under the MD Props and Props folders, you'll see the content packs we just mentioned. Let's apply an MP set to see how the motion planning workflow operates. Go to Project, MP Set, and open the MP Set Factory Pack. Inside, you'll find multiple MP sets, as well as individual MD props that you can assemble manually. For demonstration purposes, let's start with a pre-built set. Double-click or drag the assembly floor MP set into the scene. A prompt will appear asking whether you want to replace the default dummy characters with random characters from your content library. For now, leave it at the default setting and click Done. You'll see multiple MD props placed in the scene, ready for character interaction. In the Scene Manager, the assembly floor group contains all MD props and dummy characters. To move the entire set together, right-click the group and select Direct Descendants, allowing you to translate or rotate all related objects at once. To view the underlying node structure that drives this motion planning set, open the node graph by clicking the motion planning icon on the toolbar or navigating to Plugins, Motion Planning, Node Graph. You can collapse the property panel on the right by dragging the divider, then press F to fit all nodes into view. A detailed explanation of node graph operations is covered in the dedicated node graph tutorial in this series. Before clicking Go MD, let's compare the traditional motion director workflow with the new motion planning system. Go to Window and open the MD Control Center. In Character Settings, you'll see the characters are currently set to motion planning mode. Select all three characters and change the control mode from MP mode to Game mode, so they behave like traditional motion director characters. Now click Go MD. A warning will appear because iClone detects active nodes in the node graph and assumes you may want to use motion planning mode instead. For this demonstration, click No. To make characters interact with MD props in the traditional workflow, you must manually click each MD prop and queue actions one by one, as shown in the task queue at the bottom left. For 3 characters, this process must be repeated 3 times, and these task queues cannot be saved for future use. By contrast, when using motion planning mode, each character has its own node group in the node graph that defines its behavior after Go MD is executed. Now, switch back to MP mode and hit Go MD. When we click Go MD, all characters automatically move to their assigned MD props and perform their tasks without any manual input. The active nodes in the node graph are highlighted in yellow, allowing you to track execution progress in real time. Let's take a closer look at how each node group operates during execution. By double-clicking a subgraph node, we can inspect the internal node network. Observe the purple assembler worker. He repeatedly picks up objects and places them on the table to the right, choosing placement points based on their current state. After assembling an object, a set Boolean node marks that placement point as completed so it won't be reused. In the next cycle, the worker moves on to the next available placement point. Other workers also intelligently evaluate object states. For example, the fitter performs secondary fitting tasks only after an object has been assembled by the assembler. He works through each placement point in sequence. If the final placement point has not yet been assembled, he enters a waiting state until the assembler finishes, then proceeds with the fitting operation. Let's go back to the factory MP set pack and apply the maintenance floor MP set to the scene. Notice that every time we apply an MP set, a randomize actors dialog appears. This allows us to replace the dummy actors using matching tags, so the system can search for characters with the same tags in the content manager and automatically replace them. To check which tags are assigned to a dummy character, close the dialog first. Then, right-click on the character in the scene and select Edit Tags. This will display all associated tags for that character, so we know which actors may be used as replacements. Note that the tag system follows the same concept used on the Actor Core website. You can select any actor on Actor Core and, under Info, find all associated tags in the Tags section. By clicking on a tag, you can view all actors linked to that tag, making it easy to quickly find suitable characters for your motion planning set. Close the tag window and reapply the MP set. This time, select Match Tags and click Randomize. The system will now search for characters that match the dummy's tags and replace them accordingly. You can repeat this process multiple times to generate different character combinations. If the replaced characters support multiple materials, you can switch to Randomize Materials Only to change just the character materials. Click multiple times to preview different variations. If you choose the Any Actor option when randomizing, the system may select characters that are not appropriate for the scene. For more realistic and consistent results, it's recommended to use the Match Tags option. To further customize your characters, you can right-click on a character in the scene and select Find Pack to locate the content pack it originated from. This allows you to replace the character with another one from the same pack, ensuring better visual consistency. Simply click and drag the new character onto the existing one to replace it. To further customize the motion planning set, you can freely reposition the MD props to match your actual interior layout, and all MD prop interactions will continue to function correctly. When moving an MD prop, make sure to select its position point on the ground and move that instead, so the entire prop translates or rotates properly. As shown in the Scene Manager, each MD prop also includes attached dummy meshes. If you accidentally select and move the dummy mesh instead of the MD prop, the setup may become misaligned. Repeat this process for all MD props in the scene. Make sure the relative positions of the dummy mesh and the actual MD prop are preserved, and you're good to go. Finally, the station labels can be hidden if needed. Go to the Material Settings, locate the plane material, and set its opacity to 0. This will hide the labels and prevent them from being distracting when you click Go MD. Now we can see that all the rearranged MD props interact perfectly with the characters in the scene. After establishing the placement of each MD prop, we can now replace all the dummy meshes with actual prop objects. If you have the corresponding content pack installed, you'll find a prop collection series that provides one-to-one replacements for each dummy prop. To replace them, simply locate the appropriate prop in the Content Manager, then right-click and drag it onto the dummy mesh you want to replace. Repeat this process for all dummy props in the scene. And just like that, we now have a fully customized and fully functional motion planning set in just a few simple steps. To better observe and record the motion planning set and its characters, we need a more precise and flexible way to control the camera. In iClone 8.7, we've introduced a new FlyCam feature. Traditionally, camera control was limited to pivoting, panning, and zooming around a single focused object or character. If we wanted to fly through the scene, we had to manually animate the camera afterward. Now, we can simply enable Flycam from the toolbar at the top. In Flycam mode, hold the right mouse button and use the WASD keys to move forward, backward, left, and right. Use the Q and E keys to move up and down. If you only hold the right mouse button without using the keyboard, the camera will pivot in place. A speed indicator is displayed on the toolbar, and you can adjust the movement speed by holding the right mouse button and scrolling the mouse wheel up or down. The speed can be adjusted even while the camera is moving. If you want to use Flycam while running Motion Director and record the camera movement at the same time, there are a few additional steps. First, open the MD Control Center and go to General Settings. Enable Record to Camera option and select the camera you want to record to. Next, go to Character Settings and click the top Record column to enable recording for all characters. Finally, open the MD Triggers dialog, enable the Flycam option, and then click Go MD. Now the camera movement and character actions will be recorded simultaneously. After recording, open the timeline window and select the camera in the Scene Manager. You'll see all the camera movement keys displayed on the timeline. We can see some slight stuttering in the camera's translation and rotation. To smooth out the camera motion, open the Curve Editor panel. Select the rotation axis and marquee select the keys you want to refine. Press F to frame the selected keys. Next, go to Filter, Optimize. The Optimize Curve function will sample and reduce keys within the selected range, helping smooth out the motion while still allowing further manual adjustments. Adjust the value and enable preview to see the result in playback, as if the optimization has already been applied. Once you're satisfied, click Apply to commit the changes to the curve. After that, you can continue making additional edits to the curve if needed. As a result, you'll notice the camera movement becomes much more stable and fluid as it follows the characters. With that, we've completed the customization of our motion planning set. If you want to save the entire setup for future use, go to the Custom tab in the Content Manager and save it under the MP Set folder. When you open a new project and apply this MP set, all the related characters and MD props involved in the motion planning workflow will be saved. In other words, all objects that are referenced in the node graph are included, while any unrelated props or objects will be excluded. You can also save specific nodes or node groups from the node graph as an MP set. Simply select the desired nodes, then click Save MP Set in the top right corner of the node graph. Give it a name and save it. When this MP set is applied to a scene, only the associated characters and MD props will be loaded. Now you've learned the fundamentals of motion planning in iClone 8.7. We hope this powerful tool helps you create your own digital simulations with greater efficiency and flexibility. Thank you for watching. See you in the next tutorial.